baboon, gorilla, black ghost.
Cooler. If you don't know him, then I'm guessing you aren't a very well-versed Dragon Ball fan, and most certainly are not Latino. Cooler is an absolute Chad, the Gelo Hera style unit of a man that is, unlike me, absolutely dripping drip, and very much like me, has irreparable baddie issues that I repair by attacking innocent bystanders. Cooler is a character that exuded so much literally me energy for me when I saw him, that my mere heterosexual yearning for him probably set an intention in the universe for little Dark Age edits. I mean, honestly, his design is so perfect it makes the Dominican part of my heart just weep that he isn't canon. This goes for so many of the old movies too. The designs are perfect for the main continuity, yet the only canon movie villain from Z is Garlic Jr. Dragon Ball fans have two moods, peak fiction and... However, rather unfortunately, and also rather expectedly, he got absolutely mollywopped by Super Saiyan Goku while Deftones or something was blasted in the background, and Cooler, similarly, was also blasted into the background. Did I say background? I meant the sun. Yeah, just in case you haven't seen the movie, Cooler gets yeeted into a star and then comes back later as a real doll. But I really do not want to talk about Metal Killer. I really don't. I really just don't.
What else does this nigga look like? Critters? Niglet?
However, if Cooler is to be thrown in the main timeline of Dragon Ball, somehow it needs to be done properly, because in the movie it's in a fantasy make-believe stupid planet where Gohan has a tail, still, and Piccolo has purpose. So yeah, this ain't your average Dragon Ball what if, this has structure. So, I apologize to every 12-year-old watching, but Android 21 and Vados will not cook Chi-Chi while she's locked in the time chamber, part 23. And I apologize because those videos are really good. We need to move on to the more important question. That being... So, the issue, as I mentioned before with Cooler, is the absolute lack of any main timeline continuity in literally anything he appears in. At least Broly showed up during the Cell games. My method here for incorporating Cooler into the main timeline is pretty simple, but also a little bit complicated if you're stupid.
You want to cook crystal meth?
That's right.
It's easy money, till we catch it.
Listen. Heisenberg.
Put me in there, I'll show him a real...
What happened? Because this isn't you.
What would you know?
Where we are injecting him simply will be when King Cold and Frieza arrive on Earth, he will be on Frieza's ship. So, when Frieza comes back as a cyborg to control the Z-Fighters, so will Cooler.
Hello? Hello? That's not good.
Fuck you!
It is I, Chudwick,
Why are you
protector
on
of the
here?
Four Corners!
Oh no.
Lucky you ran into I, Chudwick!
How am I supposed to defend my village from Chudwick, defender of the Four Corners?
I will come in and I will kill the men and take their wives, boner breath!
We will kiss them on the mouth, very gently, and caress their bald heads.
I will
spit down their holes!
Then we need to address something really scary, because there's a part of the community that would ask this, and also a part that think it doesn't matter at all. So I won't spend too long on it, because in reality with the what if it doesn't matter that much, but I also do like scaling stuff, so Cooler needs a solid base for power placement in this.
I'm moving different. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. I'm a dog. I'm biting the fart bubbles into bath. We smoking symbiotes. They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him. Looking to beat the cum out of a thick, fresh oak. We smoking filtered crack, you stupid piece of shit. I'll fucking kill you.
My logic here is, in the Cooler movie, Cooler pulls up and fights base Goku pretty evenly, and then he turns into a real predator and starts beating him up pretty handily, even with Kaioken. So Goku's getting clapped then, and then Goku respawns the bird and goes Super Saiyan. When he goes Super Saiyan on Cooler, he beats the hell out of him. If this Cooler is fighting Goku from after Yardrat, and probably in between the gap of Trunks showing up and the android, I would say that Cooler would be safely just below the strength of someone like Trunks. And I know that might seem a little bit goofy because Goku does rather easily overpower him in the movie, but
we do not care.
Now, we have a little black spook roach. Typical black coon-ass name. What's this dude's name?
Piccolo, no!
I don't know why his parents named him something so stupid. This motherfucker's an infidel. Hold on. Alright kids, we are approaching Earth. Do you need anything before we land?
Yes, I'm ready. How about you, brother?
I don't even know why you jerk-offs brought me on this trip. I was busy.
With what?
Nothing in particular.
I never want to lose my baby boy. Ever. So promise, Mommy.
So, our story begins as Cooler begins to approach Earth with his father and little femboy brother in tow, and things go as per usual. The Z-Fighters are still freaking out, there's 3 large power levels heading for Earth, they use their Discord powers to appear offline and wait to see what happens. Then, the main man himself, Trunks, shows up.
Oh, good. Another funny-haired, overzealous, pale-skinned, rude, disgusting, dead monkey man!
He doesn't even have a tail. How can you tell?
5.
Racist. Aliens. Racist aliens. Gohan never mentioned this.
I'm just surprised you're not holding a 40 and a blunt. A sword is too dignified of a weapon for you.
So Trunks shows up, and he does the coolest thing he will ever do in any arc from here on out. He shows up and chops up the femboy Frieza. Yeah, there's no Goten in the future, so instead of Trunks being gay, he's just homophobic. Safe to say that since Trunks' timeline will follow its usual path here, that he will do the same stuff here, you know, dropping the ball and all that. However, he would notice something very different. Cooler wouldn't be steamrolled the same way Frieza was. In fact, Trunks wouldn't even recognize Cooler at all since his timeline didn't have one. So after he turns Frieza into femboy Sashimi, and once King Cold is thoroughly done pogging out at the death of his gay son, his fight with Cooler would begin.
Looks like I killed your son? Your daughter? I don't know.
The woke agenda has struck again! Cooler, attack!
Yeah, I'm moving.
Going to be really hard to explain this to everyone back home. Somebody get this spook out of my motherfucking chat, you dumb black-ass coon. Get the fuck out of my motherfucking chat.
And I just want to say, holy hell, I wish I knew how to animate because this fight would be the bomb. The idea of a Cooler fueled by his need to prove himself better than his brother fighting a Trunks that is dead set on saving the future is so sick.
Sick of seeing your black ass in my motherfucking room. Don't you get the message, bitch? I don't want you here, spook!
So while this fight is taking place, King Cold would be watching like a fat old man watching the Super Bowl while it's all going down, and while his eyes are following the fight, he would, no doubt, see the Z-Fighters trying to hide and decide to pay them a visit. Seeing Vegeta and the Namekian would get him ready to get his hands dirty. Now, all this fighting with Trunks and Cooler, as well as all the Z-Fighters, would no doubt trigger Goku to notice something. He is an empath, after all, and can sense extra negative super bad stuff is going down. Probably on account of, you know, all the screaming. And so he would target Earth and focus in to use his instant transmission and arrive.
I am pure of heart and awakened by fury. That's what I am. I am the Super Saiyan, Son Goku!
So, Goku would spawn in and deal with King Cold with a lot of ease, a few key blasts and maybe a few punches, and King Cold would, like a small Mexican boy named Carlos on Jeffrey Sethstein's Debate Island, realize he needs to run and begin fleeing towards Cooler. Goku would then carry on to see what exactly the big fight going on in the wasteland is. And of course, Goku would see Cooler and Trunks throwing hands ruthlessly. However, at this point, Cooler would be beginning to lose the fight, getting outstruck and overpowered by the hero of time. King Cold would look disgusted, while Goku would look on with glee at the high-level combat taking place. I find it hard to believe this will help Coors Light's daddy issues. For Cooler, this is even worse than the time he walked in on Frieza wearing thigh highs.
You have turned every vital organ inside of me
me into ground meat. This blows.
Look at this shining example of racial aggression. Well, time for me to make a martyr of my straight and normal children.
Oh, I hate this planet.
Cooler would stand up feeling a second wind in an effort to save his own life. Him and his father's beams would clash, and quickly, King Cold's blast would be overwhelmed, and King Cold would be destroyed with it. It seems that King Cold got that ass banned, but that much energy released all at once has exhausted him. After firing, he takes one step, then another, then... With the main threats dead, this quickly prompts a debate with the Z fighters on how to handle this. Vegeta, of course, would want him dead, but he isn't strong enough to really get an opinion on this, which understandably makes him mad. Goku would make the call to throw Cooler in a pod and keep an eye on him till he's awake. And also all that stuff with the weird purple stranger from the future had to tell him, yeah, he's gonna address that too. I can only imagine that Cooler's having odd dreams after all this. Maybe dreaming about himself as a robot or something. Good thing that never happened. So, that'll end this first part of the age-old question. What if Cooler became cool? But in reality, he was always cool, but the Emperor would not allow him to be for long. Cooler, for me, is a character that shows a consistent bad trend in Dragon Ball where there's potential and they do not care. Trust me, I love Dragon Ball, but I'd rather be betrayed and trapped butt booty naked in the Time Chamber Part 46 rather than keep seeing cool characters or concepts not get reused or be used incorrectly. You might notice by my editing and my jokes and my general Adderall-ridden vocabulary that this video is a little unorthodox when compared to other What If videos, and that is intentional. What Ifs mostly started as a fun thing that everyone was doing, and now it's a weird thing that everyone does exactly the same. Now, I might not be smart, but I am a nerd, and even I can recognize when my dick is being tickled with a stinging nettle, and I would not care if it wasn't happening in the majority. Basically, all I'm saying is make better things, and things need to be made fun of way more. Some things simply cannot stand, and I cannot stand what I am seeing. Just saw a new What If video, and it was boring as hell. Leave me on YouTube, I'm gonna show them a real What If video. I'm not gonna lie, I have not enjoyed watching Dragon Ball content since the Seth drama, and that was just because I am a bad person. So please stop making Goku evil or unfaithful to his wife. He won't have a villain arc, he does not need one. And if you disagree, look at a picture of this nice fella. See what I mean now? Good.